Good morning, Academy55. David Khan here on Tuesday, the 20th of August. But 20th of August already, and it's nearly 5 to 8 in the morning. Hope you've looked at the MyFX book and Forex Factory for Red Flag News. Let's do a little bit of housekeeping. Okay, so here is how to use our indicators. First, we go to our MT4 or MT5. Make sure you've got the trade assistant running and you've got the risk to reward in purple. So you change it to purple, the lot calc in purple, and you've got that all important 1% risk there. Also, you've got your MT4 template, your Academy55 template running in the background, and when you want to place a trade, you put it on lines, and then you can reverse it here, make sure all that good stuff works. And I like to keep 2 pips away before you enter the buy. So where it says SL21, this works, by the way, this works on EUR USD. On the US 100 it'll be slightly different, but we'll explain that as when we do go on for that sort of trade. But yeah, make sure you got your risk to reward in purple, your lot calc in purple. I like to have this button here in purple in case I need to close all trades. Next, I'm going to show you how you can use the Academy55 indicators on TradingView. So here is a quick 2-minute video to explain how the sell and the buy Academy55 indicator works. Here we can see a sell situation on the EUR USD on the 1-minute time frame. So what we do is we wait for the trend line to go red, the volume ribbon to go red, the wave to go red, and the parabolics are above price. Wait for all those 4 conditions. Then we get the short position tool and we put the stop loss would be there because that is the closest to the entry. Making sure you're a minimum of 2 pips away from your entry minimum. Could be a bit more than that. But the green wave turns to the red there, and that is closer to the entry. Then you go for your 2 to 1, and as you can see, that one was successful. And here we have the same situation, but for a buyer alert. So you get your buy alert. So you wait for the green trend line, the green volume ribbon, and the green wave. So all things are correct there. So you get your long position tool. Your stop loss goes there because that is the closest point to the entry. Making sure you are a minimum of 2 pips away. And your 2 to 1 is up there. So as you can see, we have a winner there. Set a sell by making sure you've got your red trend, your red volume ribbon, and your red wave, and parabolics is above price. You get into the trade there, your 2 to 1, and then here is the buy version. So the parabolics is below price. You've got your green trend line, your green volume ribbon, and your green wave, and you enter the trade there. And you get your 2 to 1. Yes, thank you, Evil Twin. There we go. So just a quick bit of housekeeping there. We're now at 1 minute to 8, and we are on another buy alert. But we got a sell alert there. If I put it on the 5-minute time frame, you can see we got the sell zone here and the buy zone there. But we got imbalance here. I can tell you we are at the highest we've been since December, and we're going for the highest we've been since Well, last July actually on the daily. Uh, Hang on, I'll put it on the 5 minute time frame very quickly. Oh, it's so far away. I'll show you that in a minute because we're coming up to where I might be able to take a buy because we've gone. So indeed, I'm going to put my MT4 on that I cleverly turned off. I don't know why I did that because I knew I was coming on you guys. So let's turn that on again. There we go. Indeed, risk reward, all that good stuff. Put my lines on. Getting ready to take a buy on that trend there. That's where I want my stop loss. Right, I'm in for a buy. Thing is, so we got imbalance, a little bit of imbalance here. But do they want to go into the sell zone before taking that imbalance? That is what I need to decide. Well, what they need to decide. Hopefully, for my purposes, obviously, we want them to go and take the 2-to-1 before we do all that good stuff. Let's draw it up on trading view. I got in to the trade long position just there. 2-to-1 would have been on the trend line there. This takes my 2-to-1 just into the buy into the sell zone. So, but like I said before, we got imbalance here. So I might get taken out. I may get taken out. And indeed, let's have a look. Yeah, it's very close to being taken out. But I've encountered this before. We've come very close and then gone the way I wanted to, we needed to go. But if we get taken out, it's 1%, and that's not such a big deal. But we are in times when the EUR is on a mission. The US is on a mission, but really to not be so good. So it might be fooling us. I mean, London's just coming to play. It's all a bit sideways movementy at the moment. But here it is, the sell zone up here. So how are they seeing millions of pounds or dollars or yen or whatever in stop losses to go and take those before mitigating that imbalance, or are they on a mission to go even higher? Because if they are, they'll come down and take this imbalance. And there's also imbalance down here first. I think, yeah, I was a bit too impetuous. Lost 1%. Bit of a shame, but there we go. Like I said, no big deal. So we mark that up as a loser, unfortunately. But we're still activating on that buy. Just took me out there. But knowing what I don't know now, that they're on a bit of what's called a stop hunt, and we got imbalances here now. I'm a bit more wise to the event, what's actually going on. So, do I want to rush into another trade? No, I don't. Unfortunately, the timing was all wrong for me, and they could have gone into the sell zone before doing what they did there, but it didn't happen that way. But it doesn't mean to say I rush into another trade, because what makes you think I'm going to get it right next time? The timing and all that, especially because London's just opened up, potentially more and more volume coming in on as the hour goes on, and they might have other ideas. I mean, they might wish to consolidate a bit down here, like I said, take these imbalances out before marching on further. So I don't want to rush into anything. Like I say, it's a shame I've lost that 1%, but it really is no big deal. If you look at my journal or your own journal, if you've been following me, looking at the bigger picture, we could get another opportunity, but I would rather now at this juncture here now, because I've been bitten once, I would like to see price going into the buy zone because we've got imbalance down here, you see, that needs filling, or into the sell zone before I take another trade to give me extra confirmation. Unfortunately, like I keep saying, I don't want to harp on about it, but yeah, I was unfortunately a little bit out because on the there we got that imbalance that's filled. We've got imbalances down here that they might be trying to fill that, and indeed respecting the purple line. So hey ho, not to worry. Um, oh, I can show you the bigger picture now, can I? So a sell zone scenario would be short position there, making sure you're at least 2 pips away. So if we do get a sell alert, it would have to be, and that will drag you 2 to 1 into the just before the buy zone down here, and there's imbalances down here as well. So I'm going to flip my of that floating. We indeed have got a sell zone up there. I'm going to take that trade now. And I'm going to mark that one up. Well, actually, in fact, I've already marked it up, as you can see. The what does it look like on the 5 minute? On the 5 minute, we've got a parabolic soft flip on the bigger picture. So when price comes down to this line here, the trend line, I might consider putting my stop loss, if we get that far, putting my stop loss to my entry for a risk-free trade for the rest of it. If we get, like I say, if we get that far. To protect my equity again, because I've already lost one trade, as you've seen. Let's see what happens. So I'm on the 5 minute time frame now, just so I can evaluate all these trend lines on the 5 minute. I don't take never take trades off the 5 minute, but I can look at the trend lines. These are just as relevant on the 5 minute as they are on the minute, and I can use them as reference. The only worry, well, not the only worry, but one of the biggest worries I've got is will price carry on down to here before taking catching these imbalances, same as I did on the buy that I had. Like I said, if it does, so be it. But we're underneath the purple line now, so we're showing a little bit of a sell off. Like I said, on the bigger picture, we have 4-hourly imbalance down here. This is a 4-hourly imbalance drawn up, and we got a buy zone down here. So we got two good reasons for price to want to come down there, but we got reasons for it to go up there to fill out that imbalance first. It's just which happens first, really. Hopefully, obviously, for my own sake, I hope they fill out these imbalances before doing that one. But we have to wait and see on that. And like I say, I'll put it on the 5 minute time frame now. So I've got this trend line here because price respects the trend lines as well. Look on the 5 minute. So when it gets down there, it would be prudent to put my stop loss to my entry because I'm near enough 1% at that level there as well. And I've got a big swathe of imbalance here, and if we do get to that sort of level. Nice to see so many people on today. We have some really a very nice post earlier on, well, last night from Ben. I don't know whether Ben's on today. Let's just have a quick look who's in the room. I can't see a Ben there, which is a shame, but I'll just show you this quickly on our group this morning, last night. Ben's passed his challenge, which is very nice to see. Passed my 10K challenge. There we go. So he's passed that. That's good. Very, very pleasing to see those posts. But now we're coming down to the trend line here now. Hopefully we'll have a bit more of a push, but we'll see, because we've got an indecision candle. This is now an indecision candle by the wick above and the wick below. So they're deciding what are they going to do? Are they going to come down here to mitigate these imbalances going to, because we know there's a buy zone down here. There could be millions of dollars and yen or euro tied up in stop losses down here that they might want to go and take, or shall we go and fill that imbalance before carrying on down? What are they going to do? It's all about timing. We know they're going to do it because they've got to do it. It's just we don't know when, which is a shame. I haven't found an indicator that tells you when. That would be brilliant, because we could be in and out. But that doesn't, well, they know when. Unless you've got inside information, and then you get locked up for if you're not careful anyway, for insider trading. So here we are at the moment with pure indecision candle. Let's hope they decide to come down a bit further. And if they do come up, my guess, they probably want to come up and fill that imbalance. So maybe, well, no, I'm not gonna. I'm gonna stay with it. Stay with it, and I just noticed something. We had a we oh sorry, I'm on the 5 minute, aren't I? God, I was going to say there was no sell alert on the 5 minute. A sell alert on the 5 minute would be great as well, obviously to give me extra confirmation, but we didn't get that. Yeah, sorry, I should stop using the 5 minute too much because it's confusing, I guess. Well, I know it is, sorry. But we are on the minute now where we should be. But indeed, we have got this imbalance here. Stop loss goes there where the green wave on the red wave meet, that is closest to the entry. That's where the stop loss is, according to the rules. We've got the purple line, a hurdle for it to get over. So it might, oh, right, I was going to say it might do that and come back down again. We've got our paradoxes are, oh, right, okay. Right, okay, so one would think that at the moment it's going to fill out this imbalance, but banks are not a bit more trickier than that. Sometimes they will come because we got imbalance being formed down here as well now. Again, like I say, it's very much depends what they want to do. So we're still in it. And being a consistent and profitable trader is all about handling loss and how you handle loss. So that's me done for the day. If I get taken out for that, because that will be my 2 trades done, that'll be a 2% loss. So I'm not going to be trading anymore today. Switch machine off, go walk the dog, whatever, and come back with a fresh mindset tomorrow, if that indeed that's what happens. And being a consistent and a trader is all about how you handle loss, not going out what we call revenge trading and trying to get your money back, stuff like that. Because if it doesn't work again, what makes you think you can come along and make it work the next time? Obviously, the conditions are not right for you to trade in. So therefore, you've had 2 goes, you failed twice. The conditions will be different. I can guarantee the conditions will be different again tomorrow when you come back to trade, and it might be the conditions probability will be more in your favor. So if you try and trade, if we did come out and lose, obviously the conditions aren't right for the Academy 55 strategy. Things are a bit all over the place at the moment. So what makes you think you can come along and make the Academy 55 strategy work at this time of day when the conditions showed themselves to be not conducive to the Academy 55 conditions? They are 70% of the time. We know that from my journal, and that's good enough for me. But if it comes out and takes me out there, that means as of now, this particular group of this actual time and the actual conditions they're trading in now isn't conducive to the Academy 55. So what makes you think that just in case you take another trade because you're revenge trading, that you're going to be successful next time? The best thing is to hold your discipline and switch the machine off, walk away, and come back again the next day. But at the moment, we are going into a bit of accumulation. Let's just go into the 5-minute time frame. See, we got a sell alert there. That would be really a nice confirmation on the 5-minute, but I think price would have to probably get down to around here for that sell alert to appear on the 5-minute time frame. But you know, we are where we are. I'm waiting for price. If price gets to this area here, to put my stop loss to my entry to protect my equity. But if it gets down to there, that means it pushes that parabolics are above price, and then a further push may ensue. Oh, there we go. That's nice. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to put my stop loss to the parabolic SAR. So I've reduced my risk a little bit. And where are we on the 5 minute? Are we? Oh, right, we're coming up to the trend line on the 5 minute. Remember what I said, if price gets on the trend line, I will consider putting my stop loss to my entry. A little bit further to go on that. It's all about protecting your equity. Right, so I'm going to put my stop loss to my, there we go. Now I've got a risk-free trade. So whatever happens, I'm not going to be losing. So if this wins, breaks through this tight take profit here for the day, I end up losing 1% or I end up winning 1% because this is a 2% trade, but I already lost 1%. So I either end up winning 1% or losing 1%. No big deal at all. So therefore, my anxieties, if I ever had any, are perfectly at ease now. I mean, a 1% loss is nothing. 2%, don't get me wrong, a 2% loss is not a big deal either. But it's all about protecting your equity and waiting for price to get to certain levels. Like I said, I wait for it to go underneath the trend line on the 5 minute. And now looking for it to come all the way down to maybe price will get into this buy zone. Hopefully it will during our trade. Move that over a bit, but we'll have to wait and see. So that's where we are. Okay, so let's do a bit of shifting around. What will that move? Oh, I see, right. So we move that. Let me get that over there. Over there. Over there. There we go. So that is the trading view version. That's the MT4 version. Looks like I've nearly finished on the trading view version, but I've got a little bit more to go on the MT4 version. Of course, that's the one that matters because that's where my trade is, where I put the money. But like I say, I've got a risk-free trade now running. Hopefully, it'll do another couple of pips to get my 2%. But you know, if the worst comes to the worst and they decide to go back up and take me out for nothing, well, I've lost 1% today. No big deal. Like I say, nice to see so many people on today. What I'll do is I'll open the chat up just for a little bit. If anybody wants to chat to say, uh, text a question in about this trade and nothing else, please. Just anything about this, their observations of, and if I can answer you, I certainly will. So you're able to chat there if you want to. Once again, congratulations to Ben if he's watching the recording at least. Passing his 10K challenge. That's really great to see. We'll see a lot more of those. A lot of people have passed them and not actually put a post up. So, and you're quite welcome to obviously do whatever you want to do. Some people like to keep quiet about it, and that's all good. That's completely up to them. But as you can see, we are hopefully a little bit more of on that trading view one. It's already past the two. Just clip the buy zone there. So, right, let's have a question. Or somebody's written something in chat. Can you explain imbalance, please? There is training in the back office for imbalance rate, but basically, yeah, okay. Let me just deal with this a minute, and then I'll get into it a bit more, Ray. Okay, but I'm at a bit of a time where I could be winning my 2%, or I'm thinking of maybe taking the money out because we're hitting the buy zone there. But then again, no, I will think I'll wait for it to do its thing. Little bit more of a push would be nice, and then just a little bit more. Like from there to there is 1 pip. Could you just please push a pip? By the way, do not talk to the screen because A, that's a sign of manners, and two, they don't care anyway. So don't do that like I just did. Questions? Do you ever change the risk from 2 to 1 to 3 to 1? No, 2 to 1. That's it. Look for another trade. Adrian, I didn't get in the same time as you, as the trend line was still green. Should I have got it after it went back up past the sell wave? I didn't get in as the trend line was still green. Hang on. Oh, I see. Just about, wouldn't it? Yeah. I didn't get in at the same time as you did, as was still green. Should I have got in after it went back up past the sell wave? It didn't go past the sell wave. Oh, sorry, the sell wave. Yeah, there. Should I have got in after it went? Should I have got in after it went back up past the sell wave? Well, you're recognizing these are buy candles. So you need to wait for another sell to get back in again. That's how you would have done that. Touching that buy zone again, isn't it? Sorry, my trade here is touching that buy zone. Now, frustrating, that is obviously a line that is recognizing. And that is the touch of the buy zone. A little bit more of a push. Come on, please. A bit more of a push. It's in the buy zone here now. Come on. You can do it. That is obviously a quite important area for them to stop there like that. So I'm going to take the money. I'm going to take the money. That's what I'm going to do. I'm not going to. My anxiety's got the better of me. See, even like 10 years experienced trader, I still get anxiety. That's why I always say, never, you wait and see, it'll go down now. You're talking to the screen, David. Yeah. That's how bad it gets you, Ian Orford. Yeah. Debbie didn't get your stop loss in the right place. Oh, right. Well, at least you recognize what the problem was, Debbie, and you can work on that. So that's good. I mean, you learn from your mistakes and you can work on stuff like that. So you know what you did wrong. So that's excellent. You can just more demo and practice getting your stop loss in the right place. See there we go. That's obviously a significant area. So I'm pleased at the moment. I'm pleased I took my trade my trade out there because we had to go like half a pip more. But this obviously is developing into a support and resistance line. At the moment, I mean, it might change whether they're obviously thinking what should we go to back and take this about it, or should we get more of these buy orders? They'll probably go and get more of the buy orders, really. But my anxiety's so there we go. So I end up. That's probably a. Let's see how much that was actually. I go back to Trading View. Here's where we are on Trading View. That was. I know we know that it must have been a bit higher than that, which brings the 2%, because I know the 2% was down, wasn't it? So therefore my entry must have been a bit lower than yeah, it must have been because my 2% was somewhere, and look, it's doing it now. There we go. But I wasn't going to risk it. Too much of a risk for me. My stop loss, if you remember, my take profit was somewhere around about just about there. I think it might do it now. But it's consolidating, it's going sideways like it does 80% of the time anyway. So that's where I was. And because of that, that's so frustrating. That's why I always say go and make a cup of tea, put the kettle on, make a cup of tea, cup of coffee, go and walk the dog, anything but look at the screen. But being with you guys, I'm more or less forced into that, which is fine. Right, I was going to explain what imbalance was again. Right, so if we go on to the 4 hourly time frame, here is the imbalance and why it was drawn up. These are all 4 hourly candles. It's a big imbalance on the 4 hourly. I only do imbalance on the 4 hourly mainly. Sometimes I'll do a bit of imbalance on the hourly, but mainly on the 4 hourly because it's a lot more significant on the 4 hourly as it is on the hourly. 4 times more is more important. So imbalance. Imbalance is caused when there's all buying power, you can see in that candle, and there's no selling power this side. There's no selling power that side. Price loves balance, and this is imbalance because there is no selling power this side of the candle, no selling power that side of the candle. That is imbalance. And so let's do another one if there is another one. Hang on, let's go on the daily even. I think I drew one up here. Yeah, there we go. This is the daily time frame now. And if we scrunch this up a bit, as you can see, we are now, this is where we are now. And we are now at the highest we've been since December last year. And up here, we have, this is the highest we've been since July last year, nearly over a year ago. And indeed, this is in balance also. So again, same principle. It's even more significant than a 4-hourly one because no selling power, no buying power on this side, no buying power on that side. So that is all sell. That could have been a news event doing that. I don't know. That was over a year ago, like I said. So because of that, that caused imbalance that needs to be filled at some point. And maybe during this quarter, they'll indeed endeavor to go up to that area. They might wait till, well, this was July last year, but it needs to be filled. But like I said, we don't know when that's going to happen. So I end the day with, well, that was a 1.8 win for me. I think you'll agree. And indeed, it did go on to do the 2%, but I took it out there, which ended up for me, because we're now in the buy zone and the price was going along there. So I was thinking maybe they are deciding to take out these imbalances. And because I was so close, I didn't want to muck around. I took the money at 1.8 instead of waiting for the 2. But if I was on a different day, I would have been prepared to wait. And if I was down making a cup of tea, I wouldn't have known anything about it anyway, and I would have got me 2%. But I'm quite happy with the 1.8, which means I am 0.8% up on the day. Profit's a profit, and we come back again stronger tomorrow. So there we go, guys. Thanks very much for your time today. Any more questions? I'll stay around for another minute, just in case anybody has got any final things they'd like to say about this trade. Ray saying thank you. You're welcome, Ray. And with that being said, I'll see you. And well done to Ben again for passing his 10K challenge. Love seeing posts like that. Anyway, so with that being said, see you guys again tomorrow. Thanks very much and check you out soon. Bye for now.